Imagine this. It's late at night. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. You're tired, but your mind is still running. And almost without thinking, you reach for your phone. You open your investment app. Again, you've already checked it today. Maybe once in the morning, maybe again during lunch. And now, for some reason, you're back. You look at the number, and something feels off. Not dramatically wrong. Nothing is crashing. Nothing is exploding. It's worse than that. Nothing is happening. You've been doing this for years. You've been disciplined. You've been consistent. $500 every single month. No excuses. No missed payments. And yet, your account barely moved. And that's when the thought appears. Is this even working? And that question is dangerous because it doesn't sound emotional. It sounds logical. It sounds reasonable. It sounds like you're just being smart and questioning your strategy. But in reality, that single thought is where most people destroy their future. Not because they don't earn enough, not because they don't try hard enough, but because they quit during the one phase where success is supposed to feel invisible. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Compound interest is not a straight line. It doesn't feel like progress in the beginning. It feels like disappointment, then boredom, then doubt, and only much later does it feel like success. The problem is, most people never stay long enough to reach that part, because what you're experiencing right now is not failure. It's a stage, and there are 7 of them. 7 distinct psychological levels that every long-term investor goes through, and each one feels completely different. If you don't understand where you are, you will quit at exactly the wrong time. So instead of talking about theory, let's make this real. Let's follow one simple person. Sam. Sam is not special. He doesn't have insider knowledge. He doesn't pick winning stocks. He doesn't get lucky. He just decides to invest $500 every month into a basic index fund. That's it. No changes. No strategy shifts. No chasing trends. Just consistency. And we're going to follow Sam for the next 40 years because what happens to him is exactly what happens to almost everyone who actually builds wealth. Level 1. The illusion. Year 1. Sam invests $6,000. At the end of the year, he logs into his account expecting to feel something: progress, excitement, validation. Instead, he sees about $6,300. That's it, $300. After 12 months of discipline. Think about that for a second. A full year of consistency for $300. That's less than what some people spend in a weekend. It doesn't feel like investing. It feels like a waste of time. And this is where most people mentally check out because the effort and the reward don't match. But what's actually happening here is critical. Sam is not growing wealth yet. He's building a base. He's planting seeds. And seeds don't look impressive when they're underground. Level 2. The frustration phase. Years 2 to 5. This is the most dangerous stage of the entire journey. Sam keeps going. Same $500 every month, no changes, no excitement. By year 5, his account reaches somewhere around $35,000 to $40,000. And on paper, that sounds good, but emotionally, it doesn't feel good. Because he knows he contributed most of it himself, the growth still feels small, it feels slow, it feels like it's not worth it. And this is exactly where most people quit. This is where Alex quits. Alex started at the same time as Sam, same plan, same amount, same discipline at the beginning. But after a few years, Alex looks at the numbers and thinks, this isn't changing my life. This isn't exciting. So he stops. He pulls the money out, spends it on something that feels better right now. A car, a vacation, an upgrade, something tangible, something immediate. And in that moment, it feels like the right decision because he traded something boring for something real. But what he doesn't realize is that he just traded his future for comfort because this stage is not about results. It's about survival. Level 3, the first shift. Years 7 to 10. Sam is still going. Nothing changed in his strategy, but something starts to change in the results. Around year 8, year 9, year 10, His account crosses $100,000, and this moment feels different because for the first time, the growth becomes visible. Not huge, but real. His money starts generating noticeable returns on its own. It's no longer just his contributions. It's the beginning of compounding showing up, and this is where belief starts. Because now, for the first time, it feels like it might actually work. Level 4. The snowball. Years 10 to 15. Now, things accelerate. The growth each year becomes larger. At some point, his investments begin generating more money than he contributes. And this changes everything, because now, Sam is no longer the main driver. His money is, and something shifts emotionally. He feels calmer, more stable, less dependent on his paycheck, even though nothing dramatic changed in his life, because now he knows something is working in the background every single day. Level 5. Acceleration, years 15 to 20. Now the system flips completely. The majority of growth comes from compounding, not contributions. For every dollar Sam invests, the market adds even more, and this is where real wealth starts forming. But almost nobody gets here, because reaching this stage requires doing something extremely boring for a very long time, and most people don't have the patience for that. Level 6. Quiet wealth, years 20 to 25. Sam doesn't look rich. He doesn't show off. He doesn't change his lifestyle dramatically, but his financial reality is completely different. His investments are generating serious income without effort, without stress, without needing his time. This is where money stops being something you chase and starts being something that works for you. Level 7. Exponential growth. Years 25 to 40. This is where compounding becomes almost unbelievable because the growth becomes massive. The numbers start increasing faster and faster, and it feels like it happened suddenly, but it didn't. It was building the entire time, silently, slowly, and then, all at once. Meanwhile, Alex is living a completely different life. He tried investing again a few times. Started, stopped, restarted, but he never stayed long enough to reach the later stages. And now, years later, the difference between them is massive. Not because Sam was smarter, not because he earned more, but because Sam stayed. That's it. That's the entire difference. And here's the truth you need to understand. Compound interest does not reward intelligence. It rewards patience. The hardest part of building wealth is not making money. It's not investing. It's not even saving. It's staying consistent when it feels like nothing is happening, because that is exactly when it matters the most. So if you're in that phase right now, where your account feels small, where the growth feels slow, where it feels pointless, good. That means you're early, and if you just stay in the game long enough, everything changes. So don't interrupt it, don't overthink it, and most importantly, don't walk away before it works.